Charlamagne. So Charlamagne clashes with Whoopi Goldberg just a little bit, tad bit, little 1-2, nothing deep. After the whole conversation with Joe Biden pardoning his son Hunter, as you know, that is the topic of conversation right now. Whoopi Goldberg, she is standing 10 toes down. I wouldn't say she agrees with Biden pardoning him, but she's pretty much making an excuse for him. She's making an excuse for Joe Biden. She has been making an excuse for Joe Biden for pardoning Hunter. She says, oh, well, the right does this, that, and the third. And so Charlamagne, he kind of like pushes back on that. He's like, no, I mean, the Democratic Party has been campaigning on when they go low, we go high, has been campaigning on justice and democracy and whatever the case may be. So it kind of makes him look bad for pardoning his son. Before we begin today's video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on post notifications so you're notified whenever I post a new video. Follow me on my social media as we're on the road to 100,000 subscribers. We got this, y'all. We can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. So let's go ahead and get started. Charlamagne clashes with Whoopi over Biden's pardon of Hunter. He just changed his mind, and I quote. So radio host Charlamagne clashes with Whoopi during The View on Wednesday over President Biden's decision to pardon his son Hunter ahead of his exit from the White House. By the way, this pardon was very timely. Very timely. Yeah, very timely. I think that all the criticism is valid, Charlamagne said of the heat Biden has taken for breaking a repeated promise. Democrats stand on this moral high ground all the time, you know. They act so self-righteous. The reality is he didn't have to say anything in regards to whether or not his son wanted to be pardoned, which I agree. He continued, he could have said, hey man, I'm not focused on that right now, but since they were calling Trump a threat to democracy and saying nobody is above the law, but they were speaking about him, that's what they were running on. So when he kept saying things like nobody is above the law, I respect the jury's decision in regards to my son, he didn't believe that. Clock it. He didn't have to volunteer that lie. Let's go ahead and watch this clip, y'all.
I think all of the criticism is valid because, you know, Democrats stand on this moral high ground all the time. And, you know, they act so self-righteous. The reality is he didn't have to say anything in regards to, you know, whether or not, you know, his son wanted to be pardoned. He could have said, hey, man, I'm not focused on that right now. But since they were calling Trump a threat to democracy and they were saying that, you know, nobody's above the law, but they were speaking about him, that's what they were running on. So when he kept saying things like, oh, you know, nobody's above the law, I respect, you know, the jury's decision in regards to my son, he didn't believe that. But he didn't have to volunteer that lie to begin with.
I'm going to stop you for a second.
Uh-oh.
Only because you don't know that it was a lie. We don't know why he changed
You really think he just changed his mind over Thanksgiving weekend all of a sudden?
No, I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he changed his mind because he got sick of watching everybody else get over.
No. Cap, he changed his mind because VP Harris didn't win the election. Now, I wouldn't even say change his mind. Like, I think he was really betting on the fact that he thought VP Harris or him or whoever at the time was going to win another term. Simple. Can't stop making excuses for him.
And this is just my feeling, because at some point you get to the place where you just go, so I'm just going to follow the straight and narrow always, because that's what's expected of Democrats.
But that's their fault. They're the ones that go out there and they stand on this moral high ground. Listen, they don't have to do that.
I'm a Democrat. Tell me what the moral high ground is.
The moral high ground is nobody's above the law. I respect what the jurors are saying. He don't have to do that.
So we're mad at him because he changed his.
Oh no. By the way, I'm not mad at him pardoning Hunter Biden.
But you sound like you're mad.
No.
Whoopi has stood out with her defense of President Biden's controversial pardon of his son, Hunter. Biden's pardon of his son came after he repeatedly pledged he would not give one. Biden has taken heat from some Democrats for the reversal, who say it will affect his legacy. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Make sure y'all check out the video of me talking about Biden pardoning Hunter. I don't know if I'm gonna post it before this video or after this video. Either way, be on the lookout. It's gonna be either one. Me personally, I just think that some people can be so caught up in their party affiliation, so much so that they're not even willing to critique when anybody does anything bad within their own party. Right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't want to sound like a hypocrite in regards to like Joe Biden pardoning his son, because if that was me in the situation, number one, I pray to God that my kid is not in that situation for by any means necessary. But if I am Joe Biden and I have the ability to pardon my child, likelihood of me pardoning my child is a 99.9%. Unless they did something, unless they ended somebody's life or something like that, then that's a different conversation. But you have this power to pardon your child, so I can understand the emotional standpoint from it. But look, there's facts and there's feelings. He lied. That is the main thing that went wrong with Joe Biden. Like, you lied straight in the eyes of the American people. You said you were not going to pardon him. Point blank, period. The thing is, no one forced you to say you weren't going to pardon him. No one forced you to say that. You said that out of your own will. When media was asking the questions, oh, is Joe Biden going to pardon Hunter? You could have easily said, that is not on my radar right now. You could have easily said, I'm going to do what I have to do to protect my son by any means necessary. You could have easily said anything else but making a promise that you weren't going to pardon him. That is the biggest concern that people are having, that you straight up lied to their face. And then when you pardon him, it was very timely to say the least. Me personally, I just think that when it comes to The View and when it comes to this interaction with Charlamagne and Whoopi's not the only person that does it, but this constant desperation of feeling the need to put yourself in the rim of fire, trying to defend these people who don't even have your best interests at heart, it's like crazy to me. It's literally crazy to me. Like, you're going above and beyond trying to protect Biden. Girl, do you know what you're protecting? Did you read the cases? Did you see how allegedly his name can be tied into some certain foreign interactions? I just don't get it. I genuinely don't get it. Let me know your thoughts on the comments down below. Do you think Charlamagne has a good point, or do you think Whoopi had a better point? Let me know. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you're notified whenever I post a new video. Follow me on my social media. I love y'all all. God bless y'all. This is Udoak, connecting people with policy. Ta-da!